first question is, how has the world changed during your lifetime? Take your time.
The world have changed considerably. It changed from ox pulling the wagon to the airplane in the air. Now you want to know some of those between. They first made a car, then they made an airplane. They changed the train the trains have changed. Everything has changed. Oh, now it is. You want me to continue?
Now I want you to wait, because we just heard your bracelet. I know you were trying to quieten them down, but your bracelets got in the mix there.
That's why we should have went upstairs.
Well, they told me to do it here, so, I want you to talk about the different attitudes in people, how people have changed in the last 100 years, 99 years.
People have changed considerably. You know, people used to help each other.
Hang on. Okay, what we were talking about is how people have changed in the last 99 years.
People have changed considerable. Excuse me. They have changed from helping each other to killing each other. That's one thing. I don't know how you want me to talk like this.
I want you to say whatever you want to say.
Well, when I started to try to start my life, I was 7 years old, and I started putting some pence and nickels in a bag sack. So that's 90 years ago, and I used to ride the horse, the mule, as our transportation, with wagons and buggies. Now, I don't know what you want me to talk about.
I do.
Huh?
I want you to talk about
Ride the mule, ride the horse, and ride the horse to ride in the car. My daddy bought a new car in 1925. But in 1915, 1916, they had an ox pulling the wagon, and they changed from ox to horses, mules pulling the wagon. So then in the 20s, 30s, they threw the wagon away and got trucks to pull. So it is a considerable change. And transportation have changed from, we used to carry mail on a horse. There's stations. The horse will run as fast as he can from station to station. That's where we used to carry mail. That was back in, way back. And so now we carry the mail on an airplane. So,
sometimes it doesn't get here as fast as the horse would get it here, right?
sometimes mail is so, you're right, sometimes the mail will come in a couple of days. I know my mail comes right here sometimes at 6 o'clock in the evening. It's never done that before.
Do you remember what that car your daddy bought? Do you remember what it cost in 1925?
$250.
Wait a minute, we're going to say that when Bobby gets out of the way of the camera. Yeah,
Just started poking out.
oh, okay.
race relations. He's
Well,
apprehensive,
then-
you know.
I would like to hear, because a good deal of what I was telling my grandson that imagine doing what he did when black people and white people couldn't walk on the same sidewalk. You know,
That's right.
yeah, so I want to know how you did all that.
Well, the old days, we walk down, wasn't no sidewalks. Some boats down you walk on. And so regardless of what down there, if white people were coming down the boat, you had to get off the boat. And whether it's water on the ground or what it was, you stepped off the boat, you passed them, stepped back. And we had some nice white people. They were shadow boats, but not too many.
So how did you manage to take that fact and either go around it or go over it or under it and achieve all that you have achieved?
Well, I started. My daddy had a farm, and I would sell eggs off the farm, sell peanuts off the farm, sell potatoes. We raised all of that on the farm, and we carried it to the little town and sell it to them. That's the way we got our money, because we had all this land, and we raised everything you raised on the farm. So,
Okay. How did you, okay, that's a business. Selling things is a business. How did you get to,
well, I worked, wherever they was working, I would go out and hang around till I get something to do. Sometimes I'd help clean up around the building for nothing. And they said I was crazy. I was trying to learn how to build houses. I was trying to learn how to do what they was doing. I couldn't go to school. I learned in the 20s and 30s. I started putting little shacks together. And after that, I learned to build houses. 4 of us built a house, frame a house in a day, because we didn't use no concrete. We put blocks under the house. And so we built a whole house, framed it up. You didn't put no ceiling in it, just a house. Wind blowing there, going through the cracks. And I've seen people stick cotton in the cracks where the wind wouldn't come in. Oh, it was a terrible time. And so in the 1925, my brother and I bought a new Chevy. And we started to going to the little town and getting jobs working after fall was over. And I put my money in the back sack. And finally the back sack got full, and I went to the bank. I put it in the bank. I got my shoebox. And I'd work on little jobs until I got enough money to build me a little house in the town. I bought me a lot. I paid $125 for a quarter of an acre land. And I built a house, built a duplex on it, and I put me a little store in it. And when I put the little store, I started making money. I started going to the bank, started getting as much as $7 in there. In the bank, until I got enough money to pay for that place. I always like to pay as I go. I never was a fellow buying nothing on credit. They would try to sell me stuff on credit. I say, I'll pay you out on it. You keep it till I pay for it. I never was a guy about credit. And I went from excuse me. I went from that old Chevrolet. Today I own the Bentley.
Bentley cost a little bit more than that old Chevrolet.
It costs a hell of a lot more. Yeah. So I done it pretty good, but I never was too much a speaker. I used to Tracy used to ask me how to build a house. I said I can't tell you, but I can show you. I learned that. I learned everything I learned without going to school. I never went to school.
So it's all about the value of hard work?
Yeah. If you work hard, you get what you want. If you work hard and save it. I never was a whiskey drinker. I never was a fellow that run that little club and spent all my money. I always saved. If I made $1, I saved 30 cents of it.
Now, Leon, you were a pretty good-looking boy back then. You sure you didn't go to some clubs and act a fool?
Yeah, I went to clubs. Yes, I did. I went to clubs to have a good time, but I didn't spend no money. A lot of my friends that spend money on me, I tell them, I don't want that. I don't want nothing. They say, here, take this. I said, no. I never did drink. I never spend no extra, no money that I get some value out of it.
Okay, after you learned to build houses and built the little store, and where did your empire come from? Where did you start making
Big money.
big money?
Started building big houses. Big houses. 2-story house. I went from a little shack to a 2-story house. I started building a 2-story house. And I built a lot of houses in Beverly Hills because I learned how to build houses right. And I could cut the money down because I saved enough money to pay for my materials to go. And I would save money. I didn't buy all the sort of material, let them ship it out there. I take my truck, haul most of the material. I bought trucks to haul the material. I never did believe in renting. I believe in buying and owning it.
What did you own next?
What I own now? I own this house. It's paid for. I got a body shop, a hall, a school. Right now, I go to.
Well, over time, let's say over the last 50 years.
The last 50 years, I've done everything. I traveled a lot. I went to Africa. I went to France. I had a good time because I saved my money for the cash. I didn't spend it for food, so I traveled. I traveled a lot. My wife and I used to travel together. She passed at 08. So left me here alone. We got, in this section around here, we got about $9 million property in this neighborhood. So I got a lot of property. I'm 99.4. Yeah. So 64 years old, I'll be 100. 64 bucks.
When you look back at the 100 years,
Pardon?
when you look back at 99.4 years, what's been the most fun?
Most for me? Well, I've been got sick. I got something, I can't travel like I used to travel. I got some kind of disease in my ankles, in my knees, and in my back. I'm going to just come down little by little. And that's getting pretty bad. I got about 5 doctors waiting on me, trying to keep me alive.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, they work together.
Yeah.
They go on the computer and say, what they did to you last? Get on the computer, oh, he's doing so and so. It's nothing wrong with that part. They say, Mr. Garr, your heart's good, your lungs are good, your bladder's good, but your blood is not traveling in your body. They say. That 1909, and they said, you're too old to operate on. They said, we keep you comfortable long in your life. I didn't take that. I went from hospital to hospital. I went to every hospital I could think of. I found one man, he said, we have operators in this world right now, 50 people in your shape, and most of them live. You want to try it? I said, get your knife out. I was dying pretty fast.
Yeah.
Then I come back, and I just sat on that walker about a year ago, and they treat me, and I can walk pretty good. I'm waiting right now to go to special. I don't care what it says, what it costs, because I want 15 to 15 million.
Well, if he gives you what you want, it doesn't matter what it costs.
That doesn't matter what it costs.
It sounds to me like you, in your lifetime, have not taken no for an answer.
No, I didn't.
Tell me.
They used to tell me, you can't. I used to pick little lots to put houses on little. And he said, you can't put that house on that lot. I said, yes, I can. That's where I get my good pay. He said, I got a small lot and I want a big house. I said, well, use up the lot, use the house, the whole lot up. You don't have a lot left, but I put the house on it, and I did it. Yeah. Mr. Burless, you ever know Burless shoes? You heard you of Burless shoes? I built his house.
Okay. Did you build this house?
Huh?
Did you build this house?
Yeah, I built this house.
What year was
I
that?
designed and built. I built this house in 80. I think it was 88. 88. This house is about 30, 40 years old.
Let's talk about your family. You had many brothers and sisters?
I had four sisters and 2 brothers, some of those. And they all done pretty good, but I used to help them all. They were sisters that weren't got their master's education, and brothers got educated. I didn't get I helped them. I don't know, all my life I couldn't learn too much out of the book. The way I learned is look at it. I might could put that boy's clothes on by you telling me how, but I put them on by looking.
It's interesting because my daddy was a builder. My daddy and all his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And my daddy couldn't spell for anything, but he could see any house and tell you how much board feet of lumber went into it.
That's right. We do the same.
Yeah.
Have he passed?
Yes.
I'd like to beat him before he passed. That's what I could do. Tell you how many feet in the house, how large the house is. I built a house. Now this house right here, told me I couldn't put, they said as a house, that lot is 50 feet at the front and 105 feet in the back. I said, well, I can put a 4-bedroom house and larger rooms on it. I said, I say you a lot because you can't do it. This was an architect. He sold me this lot for $80,000. So I built it. I got 4 bedrooms here, 2 baths, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, den. That patio on the back. So I filled in, somebody packed it out.
So you just saw this in your mind's eye.
Yeah, that's right. I got it in my mind, I don't know. Nobody knows that I will live another 4 or 5 years. I got to find a new doctor. This doctor come in from back in another country. He says, I'll try. And so they cut my artery and clean it out, put some of it, blood is all clogged up in that. So I'm still living.
You still living. Not doing too bad, huh?
I bought an 13 Bentley. This lady went out and I tore it all to pieces. It didn't hurt nobody.
Well, that's good. If it didn't hurt you or anybody
It
else.
hurt me.
It's just
My aide was sitting right here and I was driving. And everybody come there. Oh, you couldn't get there. You think it was so safe.
Now wait a minute. You were driving?
I was a driver. I still could drive, but the fact that a lot of the officers know me, and he told me, he said, God, let me tell you one thing now. For your good and everybody good, don't drive that car no more. So that was, I don't know, about 4 or 5 months. And I promised him I wouldn't. He said, I'm not going to take your license, but don't drive. So you could have killed a lot of people. And I thought about that. And when this guy killed all these people out to run over,
Yeah. Out of the beach?
yeah, I thought about that. I said, well, I'm going to drive. So the lady, my aide couldn't drive, so I teach her how to drive. She drives me now.
That's
I
funny.
showed her.
Yeah.
That's the guy that works for me. He taught her, so I finished it. She'll get a license soon. She can drive. She got a permit. She drives.
You have, I see all kinds of awards on the wall. You've been recognized and honored by a lot of people.
Yes, I got a box full there. Like this. The city, every time I do something, the mayor appreciate me helping so many people. They send me a reward. I got rewards all over the place.
You
I
you
got
like
music.
helping people?
Huh?
You like helping people.
I love that. I love that people. You know, I can understand people will have $100 in their pocket and a boy or girl out there hungry, oh man, and they won't give them $1. Why? Why do they do that? So I pick people up. I used to, but I don't do it no more. I got too dangerous. I was out in a stretch, see somebody walking. about a mile they had to go. I figured, well, but can't do that now.
Got to be a little more careful.
No, can't be nice to people now. They'll kill you.
Well, that's sad,
Yeah,
because you like to be nice to people, don't
I
you?
like to be nice to people. So,
Let's talk about your personal family. Let's talk about your wife.
oh, I had a lovely wife. That's here behind you. I had a lovely wife. My wife helped me in every way she could. I think the reason I never ate out of too many cafes. I used to go to special dinners and eat just a little food. She would say, I want you to eat my food. I'll cook for you. I don't want you to eat all that cheap food in the cafes. It ain't good for you. And she died in 08.
Now, how many years were you married?
52 years. She died at 09. 08. 08.
How many children did you have?
My husband didn't have children. She raised the grandchildren. There were about 15 grandchildren.
Remember all their names?
Hmm?
You remember all their names?
No.
Okay.
I don't know grandkids' names. That's what I can think of. Anything about business, I can think about it. But come to sometimes business, I just stop and think. A lady come to me last week said, you know you built my house? And I haven't seen you in 20-some years. Said that house is just like it was when you built it. I looked at her, finally come to me. But every time I get on the street, somebody says, hello, Mr. Garr, hello, Mr. Garr. I don't know all those people.
How many houses have you built, do you think?
Well, I don't know. I've built a lot of them. I couldn't guess that. 'Cause some of the houses I built was nice houses, good houses. I didn't like to build shacks. I wouldn't build them. If they wanted me to build a house, take this long bill. I said, I'll send you somebody. I wouldn't build it.
Let's talk about Founders Bank.
Founders National Bank. I put Founders National Bank together in that room there. I taken all, well, I brought all them offices and things down. Taken all that stuff, put in here, put in another room. Brought all the equipment here. That's where I put Founders National Bank. Everybody said, you crazy, you know you can't buy no bank. That bank had been up for sale for 2 or 3 times because it was closed. The government closed it because they got behind. You know, the government always guarantees so much, so they stopped that.
Yeah, the FDIC.
Yeah, that's what I said. And so to get their money back, they didn't care. They didn't want to get the big. They didn't want to get a big pile for the bank. All they wanted was their money back, and they wanted cash. And I had cash in so many different banks. So people owed me cash, and I gathered up my cash, and I said, I believe I buy the bank. I believe I'll buy it bank. And when I was come out to my office, says, tell me you want to buy the bank. I said, I'll buy it. He said, how you gonna pay for it? I said, a twist of a pen. He said, you the guy I was looking for. And that's the way I paid for it.
What'd you buy it for?
I can't remember how much it was exactly, but it was a few million. So,
And so, how'd you make it go from, excuse me, a government takeover to a successful bank?
well, make friends. You can't make no money unless you make friends. If you don't make friends, you can't make no money. You know, if you want to make money, you have to make friends. And you can't make no money by yourself. You have to share somebody. It's like you can't do nothing by yourself. You have to have friends and helpers. And I made a lot of friends. I made friends that come put $10 in my bank. I welcome them there. Well, and some of them made good money. They brought it to my bank. I just got too old to handle it.
Yeah.
I tried to use my family too much. That's where I made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
They figured they didn't have to make the money. I had the money and they take the money.
Well, that happens. So, you made a lot of friends.
I made a lot of friends. White, black, all races. Didn't make no difference to me what race he was. If I speak to them, they speak nice, we talk. All business. Mexican, all, everybody.
You met friends when you used to travel, right?
Yeah, I met friends when I traveled. You know, I went to Africa, and I went to France, and Garr in France, he says, "Don't I know you?" I says, "I don't know. Are you that Garr boy got that bag?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Yes." He said, "Come on, go with me." We made good friends. We went on and had lunch together. And I had a good time. My name traveled pretty fast because nobody, no black man ever bought a bank.
Yeah. You were the first one
They
west
bought
of
a
Mississippi?
national bank. They had, you know, they have state banks, but I was supposed to have a national bank. I'm running the bank up to $400 million. Lost a lot of it by letting my family. Don't do that.
Okay. Now, no education,
No, it's just,
no being taught how to
do nothing.
not run a bank,
No,
not build houses.
I hired somebody to run the bank.
It's interesting that you want to have a bank, to me.
Well, I didn't want to have the bank, but the reason I got the bank, it was that no black folks in California had no bank. They had little state banks. We didn't have no. They had a city bank, they called it, but nobody had a national bank. And I helped a lot of people too.
What are you going to do in the next 5 years?
Well, I don't know.
What do you want to do?
Be frank to tell you the truth, I don't want to do nothing.
Well, you don't have to do nothing, but
No, I don't.
is there any
But my
place-
friends are still coming to me, help. And I still help them some. But I don't, I'm so lonesome that I drive in my car to get up and go when I get ready.
Mm.
That's the lowest thing you ever seen. I got to call my driver. My health's not so good now.
Well, it's been good a long time, right?
Well, I've been sickly all my life.
But it never let you, it never stopped you from doing what you
No,
had
I
to do.
never stopped. I had a partner in 1960, and he used to work with me. I had the money, and he had tools to start with. And so in '63 he died. I went by myself. And the way I could be jobs, if it was in a white community, I'd hire me a white fella. I'd find one. Put him in the, I had a Rolls Royce then. We get in the Rolls Royce and I said, you be it on it, I'm your chauffeur. You be it on the bank. I said, be it up to so much. It's the plan. I looked the plans over and I said, what, $2 million. He bid it up. The pro bid up to bid and something. And it's on mid $2 million something. And I told him, I said, hey, I pointed him when he got up there.
Well, there's a way around everything, isn't there?
The way to do anything you want to do if you want to do it. You have to want to.
You know what? I think we're just about done here. Unless there's
Thank you.
There's something. Is there something that you would like for the people at CAM to know that we haven't covered? Anything in particular that you want the audience to hear?
No, not right now.
Okay.
I made a museum. I got a museum going. That's what I'm gonna do that for a little while. I got all kind of, I got curtains, different green curtains, all for uniform. Well, it's down there now. I got it on. It's on Western, 5017 Western, 500 and some square feet.
And what will be in the museum?
Well, I'm on TV already, so I'm gonna try to make it bigger.
Okay.
I got about I got $30,000-$40,000 I put in and see if it don't go, I'll quit.
Sounds right to me. All right, my friends, I'm going to talk to some of your family.
Okay.
And
I don't talk like I'm a businessman. I can't talk that. And you know, I was 4 or 5 years old before I could talk. I said, gee, we. My mother said, 3 boy. I said, D. I had to learn to talk.
well, you
So
learn.
I had a hard life. I had a hard time when I was young.
You certainly turned everything around.
I turned around pretty good. You know, I was sickly. I couldn't run with the boys. I couldn't play with them too much. I don't know. I'll tell you just like I tell everybody else. I don't know how I done it. But all I say I done right. You know, I've been driving a car here about 70 years. I got 1 ticket. And at 1 ticket, I turned, one way, one street, one way. Just a little short. I looked that way, I looked that way. I turned down. I got across the street. The man, what you do? I didn't do nothing. He said, we made a one-way street out of that. He said, next thing he said, whose car is this? I said, mine. He says, did you see the sign up there? I said, no, sir. He said, I'm not going to give you no ticket this time, but the next time I'm going to give you a ticket. Then I tried that again. I got a ticket.
No. See, you were challenging fate then.
You know how this little short street, one way, and you just get over there, you be in the street, you have to go around.
Yeah. Hey,
I
took a
do.
chance and-
I do better.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we
Yeah.
often do things that we know better
Yeah.
and pay the consequences.
As long as you don't hurt nobody. Wasn't nobody on the street coming, and I turned off the street. I said, I don't know. I've done a lot of little things, but I didn't get no ticket.
All right.
I got a ticket in John, somewhere I got a ticket. And so I told the man, I said, he said, you turn in front of the bus. I take the picture of that street. It's impossible. It's a little narrow street. You see the little narrow. Two cars couldn't go side by side there. And he said, just there, I said, yeah. He said, I'm not going to give you no ticket. He didn't get no ticket.
Well, you've been lucky then. A lot.
I've been looking a lot. But you know, I think the way you treat people, you be lucky. You practice treating people right. You see, and it'll come to you.
Well, that sounds like a good ending note.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I'm trying to stay here another 4 or 5